Good morning, everybody. This is Colleen Light with Cards by Coco, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So it's Thursday at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I'm happy that you can join me today. Anyway, if you're a veteran, happy Veterans Day, and thank you so much for your service. So I'm going to see if I can pull you up on my laptop. Hopefully I'll be able to see comments today. That's my hope anyway. I never really know. We live rurally, so that is always kind of a little bit of a barrier for us. But let's see how it goes today. And if not, well, we'll just do the best we can, huh? So I'm going to show you a box today that I saw on a website by Sarah Douglas, who is the CEO of Stampin' Up! And she made this adorable box. Well, I think she shared the video. Anyway, how cute is this? And I thought it would just be great, just as an overall gift box, but also to put on the Thanksgiving table, I thought would be kind of fun. So pretty excited about that. Hang on, I think I may have you up here. That's my hope anyway. No, not yet. Darn it. I was hopeful. So other than that, let's go ahead and get our project started. And as we make it, I will be sharing some of the latest in Stampin' Up! News also. So let's go ahead and get this going. This is the Sparkle of the Season bundle we'll be working with. And you will find this on page 58 of our mini catalog. Now remember, this catalog ends in December, so if there's something you might like, now is the time to order. So let's go ahead and get started here with our box. And you'll find these templates. I made templates, and I'll put these on my website and the links under the YouTube video. So don't worry about writing everything down now. There's no need. Okay, so our color palette for today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be using Old Olive. I don't know why I keep moving this paper everywhere. Old Olive, Early Espresso, and Sahara Sand. I just really like the way those colors go together. I put Sahara Sand on the bottom of this one, but I think I wanted a little bit more pop of color. So I decided, well, let's go ahead and swap this up a little bit. So for our base, which is what we're going to start with, I've already cut this out, and it's 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. And again, don't worry about these measurements. I'll have them all down for you. But now we're going to start scoring. So I, as you know, always move my cutting blade to the top. And we're going to score this at 1 9/16. So that's the little line after the 1/2 inch mark. And you know, as long as I've been making cards, I always have to remind myself or look at a ruler online. So, and we're going to do that on all 4 sides. Now, hopefully it's not too dark for you. We moved into our new house. The lighting is a little awkward yet, especially in this craft room. The craft room seems to be a little dark. So we're going to paint it. And hopefully next week I'll be able to show you around a little bit. But not this week. The lighting is just off. I don't have the furniture in the right place. So anyway, I'm going to give myself a little bit more light, and hopefully it doesn't distort the video too much. There we go. Oh, maybe it will. Let's see here. That better? Well, I think it's better for me. Hopefully it's not too awkward for you. So we're going to burnish all these edges here. I have my notes underneath there. So let's go ahead and give this a burnish here. This goes pretty quickly, this box, and it's easy and it's fun to do. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to share with you some of the Stampin' Up! News. This is not a hard sell, folks. I would do this anyway. I love sharing my projects with you. But I also, as a demonstrator, like to keep you in the know. So I don't know if you heard, oh, before I start that, we're going to come on both sides here, and we're going to cut tabs. Okay? So we're going to do this here. I tend to cut out the little bump there. And the reason, I mean, we're making a box, so that's why we're cutting the tabs, but the reason we miter them is so that they fit, your box fits a little bit more snugly at the corners. So, and that's what we want. So anyway, the seasonal sale starts soon, November 16th through the 18th. It's a big stock up sale. You can save 10% on your card stock, which for me, I'll be ordering a bunch of those. And I still need some more ink pads. I don't have all the colors yet. So those are 15% off. And the dies are 20% off. So it's a great opportunity to stock up on some of this stuff. So the lid, 5.5 by 5.5. And we're going to score this at, all right, 1 inch. Again, I put my cutting blade to the top so I don't make that error that I've been known to do and just chop off an end and have to start all over. I don't know about you guys, especially when I get to talking and I get to going. I can just really, you know, mess up some paper. So I think that sale looks like it's going to be pretty darn good. I know I'm excited to buy a few more things. Like I said, I need a few more ink pads. I always think I have all the colors, and then I go to grab one and realize, oh, I don't have that one. So that's on my list. My wish list is doing that. So while we're doing the same thing here with the lid, we're going to miter these corners. This box, I thought, I'm going to make some for Christmas. But I also thought this would just be fun to put on the Thanksgiving table. Maybe with some little truffle candies or something. You know, the holidays are coming, so we're all going to be overindulging in those chocolates, aren't we? And different types of goodies. I know I'm pretty excited for Thanksgiving this year. All right, so now I'm using tear and tape because we want this box to come together evenly like this. Boxes tend to sometimes want to come apart, so I like to use the tear and tape, but use whatever adhesive you like. If you prefer to use the snail plus, not snail, Adhesive Plus, the seal is what I'm looking for, the Stampin' Seal Plus, use that. Sorry about the shadows. I'm looking at the camera here. Oh, good morning, Jean. And thank you for sharing. So use a strong adhesive. You could use the multi-purpose glue if you were patient enough to hold onto it. Oh darn, I did put this on the wrong side. You know what? That's okay. We're just gonna flip it around this way. There's two sides to every piece of paper. I always say there's more than one way to get things done. And like I said, I get to talking and then I don't really pay attention, so, but this will work out just fine. Anyway, and then I'm going to take this off. I thought I had oh yeah, here it is. Let's take off this tear and tape and I'll show you how it comes together. So hopefully you all have something kind of fun planned for this holiday. We're going to do a small gathering this year, but it'll be nice. My husband and I won't have to try and eat an entire turkey. I think I made turkey soup last year, turkey enchiladas. I think we had turkey pretty much coming out of our ears. So I think turkey tacos. I don't know. What are some of your favorite turkey dishes? I think I had so much leftover turkey that by the time we were done with it, we were turkeyed out. All right, so we're gonna flip this around the other way. These edges aren't gonna be as tight as they were, but that's okay. That's okay, we'll just give that a little press like that. I just don't get too worked up about these little adjustments, right? It's just a fun thing to have, and you can see how I'm doing it. So I've been off, haven't been doing too many live videos because of the move and and I have to tell you that I am out of practice. It did not take long for me to get out of practice. Okay, so we want it to go like this. So this is the side. easier for me with patterned paper. So the other big news, and again, not a hard sell, just sharing, is the joining special. And might as well talk about something while I'm putting this together, is the joining special. And that is a great deal. It's $75 for $125 worth of product. And for a limited time, you get the 20% off. I want to say you get a grace quarter, and then you just have to do the $300 limit to keep demonstrator status. Now, if you have no desire to be a demonstrator, it's also okay. You can still get that kit for $75. So, my goodness, I really want to slip this paper around. Are you feeling dizzy watching this paper move? My goodness. Again, out of practice. They'll get better in the next few weeks. Anyway, so if you've considered being a demonstrator, or you just want to get $125 worth of product for $75, would love to have you on my team. I have a cute name that's being reviewed by Stampin' Up! For my team. So I can't tell you it yet, but it's really cute. All right, same thing with this top here. We are going to flip it around. And I know I go kind of fast. All the instructions will be, and cutting dimensions will be below and on my blog post. I just don't like to keep you forever. So, ta-da. Now look at this. How cute is this little box to come together? And you want it to fit kind of snug. So, you know, work it a little bit and get it to kind of squeeze in there. I really kind of like that early espresso there, don't you? So, belly bands, Old Olive. What I do with the belly band is I am just going to take it like this and wrap it around. Then with my fingers, because it's hard to actually get the crease where you want it to go, just to measure it out. So I'm just going to give it a little press there with my fingers, and then I'm going to come in with my bone folder and give it a nice burnish. Then those crease lines are exactly where I want them. So there we go. And wrap this around again. I'm going to take some of my seal or glue, whatever I have laying around here. Here we go. I was working on this project late last night, and I think I have things high and low. And we're going to give this a little seal and line that up and give it a press. Now, I know some people are very fussy and things have to be lined up perfectly. I'm not so much. I figure it's the bottom of the box. So, but that's just me. And I'll probably add a little bit more. But look, so you want it snug, but you want it to come on and off, right? So let me take this off and give it a press. It doesn't want to stick for whatever reason. So let me put a little bit more on there now that I know where it's going. Okay. Let me put a little bit more on there and get that folded over again. Do you all do that? Sometimes you think you have it stuck and then you kind of rush it and it doesn't stick all the way. All right, there we go. How cute is that? Now, I have this piece here, and let me show you these dies. This is from the dies that go with this that go with this bundle, the seasonal swirl dies. Mine are a hot mess right now because I was in and out. Nothing's attached to a magnetic board. But this is the die I used for that one. And they have ones with stars. Here's your wreath with holly. It had some things for Halloween in it. Let me see. There's 2 pages of dies here. Pumpkins, there's your holly leaves. This is just a great set. So anyway, I use this one to cut this out, to die cut this. I do need to do some stamping and just one piece of cutting here to kind of complete this. And normally I don't do the die cutting on camera, but we're going to this time because I did not want to do it off the camera. because I wanted to make sure I'm even on it. So we're going to grab our early espresso ink. Out of the stamp set, I grabbed grateful, the word grateful. And I'm going to give that a press here. And hopefully that smudge there doesn't get on it. So I stamped it crooked, and that's okay because I'm actually going to be die cutting this. And I am going to die cut this. I'm going to be using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I absolutely love these dies. Again, kind of a hot mess in here. And this is the one I used, which would be the second one in. And I'm going to put this here. Now, mine have a tendency to move. I'm not great at keeping things lined up in the cutting machine at all. So what I have to do is generally I take a sticky note. Let me see if I have this even. I take a sticky note and I go like this. So I'm going to chat with you for a second while I take this over to my die cutting machine. I will just be a second here. The machine's, I don't know if, yeah, well, let's put it under the camera here. Let me see. Let's see here if this will work. And I'm going to pop this under and give this a little go. And this will work out perfectly. There we go. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. And there is our sentiment. And I just lift off the sticky note. And there's our sentiment. How pretty is that? And I am just going to tape that to that piece of paper so I don't misplace that die. The other thing I'm kind of famous for, I set this band back on my box when I put everything together just to have it a little bit more secure. Again, all of these colors are, pick the color palette you like. Pick the one you enjoy. I think that is so important to actually pick the colors that you love and the one that matches your decor. Stampin' Up! Has so many wonderful colors to choose from. So I wanted this on my band, but I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to glue it in place. So what I did was I just took our mini glue dots and I put one underneath this flower leaf here. And I popped that one down. And then, so I just tried to hide my glue dots as much as I could and yet keep them here on the belly band because you want your band to be able to slide back and forth, right? So I thought, well, we need to be able to hide this and yet keep it on our band. So this one may show a little bit, but that's okay because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do there. And also I can always kind of roll it up if I need to. But I wanted this somewhat secure on there. So there we go. This one is just sticking out a little too much. I'm going to redo that one. There we go. So you can see now that's secure to our band. I also want to put grateful here. So I am going to take the band off for this because I'm going to put this up on some dimensionals here. And I'm going to show you why. I want to put our larger dimensionals on here. So let's do that because I want this to stick to part of our leaves here, onto part of our wreath. I want it to stick. So I'm going to put 4. Normally I would not be so dimensional heavy, but I'm going to be in this case because I want to make sure I get it adhered well to the band. That one did come off good. All right, so I'm going to center this, but making sure I catch it on some of that band. How cute is that? And you can really see how easy this comes together. And again, this will kind of work its way a little bit looser, this band. So don't worry too much if it feels a little tight. I went and I did this last night. I die cut. I love foil. Oh, I love foil paper. I love all the colors of the foil paper. And this is the die I used. And this came, let me see if you can see it there. This came out of the bundle. I love that die. And I'm going to stick this in one of the boxes that I made over there so I don't lose that one either. I think foil just adds a little bit of color to everything you do, just a little bit of shine. You know, I like things sparkly. So again, I'm gonna grab my glue dots here and I'm gonna take some of my foil pieces and I'm going to just hold this like this. And I'm gonna put some of the foil, which will also hold our wreath down. So it serves two purposes. It gives that little extra pop of color, but also helps to keep that wreath in place. So, oh, that was a mess. Look at that. Let's get rid of that glue dot and put another one on there. Maybe. Let's see if it'll work. Let me hold this here. So for years, the glue dots came out a different, you probably heard every demonstrator say this, came out a different direction and then they changed the direction. So I always want to grab them the other way still. Okay. I tend to do things in either 3s or 5s. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. Just the right amount of color there. We could overdo and put some other leaves there and maybe. But I also love these brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. These are one of my favorites and I just actually got them in the mail and think they're great. So I'm not really sure what color I want to use. I think I want to use this one in the middle. And maybe put one there and one here. Let me see if I can get that. One there. You know, I don't like how that one's sitting. That's better. And then let's take a big one and put it up here. I think most people tend to take these belly bands down. So you can see we've got the one up there. You would put your, line it with a little something, put your treats or whatever gift you're bringing for a hostess gift, anything else, and then we'll take this down, put this band back on from the bottom, and you can see that wreath is staying on, and everything seems to be working well. All right, so this is today's project. Sorry about all the wiggling and on down the line. We'll get things organized now that we're in this house. Anyway, have a great Thursday. I'll be back next Tuesday for my Tuesday tips, and you can catch that on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much for spending part of your Thursday with me.